we are discussing a very important topic, and which is like you can say a very nice point of view of Islam or religion itself, which is related to certain areas that we don't include it in religion or part of religion. So when somebody, even when we say religion, religion is like that spiritual journey for people, the spiritual journey for people in order to feel certain feelings and values and even the attributes or qualities of God, where He Himself, the Almighty, taught us and ordered us by His own commandment in order to follow and to use them as our own in our daily life among us. And exactly those qualities or characteristics or even the attributes are like mercy, like love, tolerance, forgiveness, giving, and even like giving space to people, a freedom so that they can act or react, in addition to being good role model in attributes, other attributes like being not selfish and always sacrifice for others. All those are attributes, we need them in our daily life, and they are part of religion. But unfortunately, we don't consider them as a part of religion itself, because for a very long period of time we have known those attributes, but we only focus on like fasting, alms giving, and other things like the veil or even the headscarf. We only think of those things, but we don't really think of those qualities, the values that we supposed to use them as a behavior in our daily life, like as I said, mercy, love, tolerance, and forgiveness, giving, and also like having good prospect about things, or even having no doubt about people. You see, so all those things we meant in order to use them in our daily life, because religion, it is not only an external thing, a materialistic thing that we supposed to do only, but it is something internal too. It is something internal, and it's about ethics. So we need to consider ethics too in our life. It's all about ethics. It's not about certain things that you do, because now if somebody is praying, really praying, and every day go to pray, is praying in mosque, or even is just like going for pilgrimage yearly and doing umrah and so on, but at the same time this person is ethicless, he has a very bad behavior with people, definitely people they will question. So it is not only about materialistic things or even sort of acts you will do. No, it's not about that. It's something internal. It's about ethics. So that is why we supposed to think of religion as ethics. Not only a sort of act that we will just do it in our daily life. You see? So religion itself is the pureness from inside. The pureness that you will not have any kind of or greed or jealousy, all those things, religion supposed to purify your heart. Religion supposed to purify those things. It's not only, as I said, about the acts. No, but it's about things inside. You see? That we need to clear. We need to cleanse. That is what we're supposed to think about. At the same time, it is about us in order to better ourselves, to have good behavior with people, and to raise ourselves high, and to raise ourselves high to the level that we will be like considers a very valued human beings. That is what we supposed to. That is what we supposed to know and use and find about religion. In addition, now if we question ourselves, how many verses do we learn by heart, or even sort of hadith, or even a wisdom, or any inherited saying? So many of them. But how degree that those things we learned them by heart touch our own heart in a way that is going to be a behavior in our daily life? That is what to think about. Not only that, knowing is nothing if it is not an act. Knowing is nothing if it's not an act. And we supposed to walk the talk. We supposed to walk the talk. That is what is supposed to be with the things that we know about religion. As I said, commandments, so many teachings from God. But how much and how long using, to which degree are we using those commandments and teaching as a behavior in our daily life? Especially, as I said, really, there are certain things that we do them even as a part of religion. Why we supposed to think? It's good, yeah, that we were taught and raised to think and to do like prayers, almsgiving, hajj or pilgrimage, okay, and even to get angry for religion and to be ready to sacrifice. But we also need religion in other part of our life, which is like people to be organized, well organized in transportation and public places for services. That is what we need to think about. Like in the ministries and companies, you find people, they don't organize. Everybody's me. And how many times we saw, or even till today, in the transportation, how people are behaving. You see? Are running. Instead of organizing themselves in order to be in one line so that everybody could get it. Other countries like, I went to some countries in Africa, I saw them. Those people, they don't have our same religion, but at last, what they're doing, it is a human value. They just stand in one line in order to take transportation. A very long line. Maybe it is like even 4,000 meters. That is what we're supposed to think about too. We have to think of religion in this part. In addition, what we need also to know about religion is the cleanliness of our own streets, our own markets, our own public places. the public places also, we need to think of their own cleanliness. That is also part of religion. Not only just to think of our own self and to forget our own environment. Our own environment, it is what carries us. If we polluted the environment, we will get sick. If we got sick, definitely our own health will find problems. And then we may die. So that is why it is part of religion to maintain cleanliness of the streets and markets and public places. That is also part of religion. In addition to respect each other as a human beings. To respect each other as a human being, also part of religion. Also, respect time and promises. This is also part of religion. But we know and see that when you tell somebody that, okay, I'm going to meet you at 10 o'clock, that means 12 o'clock. When I will say 2 o'clock, that means 4 o'clock. If I say 6 o'clock, that means it is 8 o'clock. No, respecting time is part of religion. And when you tell somebody to promise him as an appointment, okay, tomorrow, 10 o'clock, you have to be accurate. Because if you are not accurate, that means you are hypocrite. You are hypocrite. Why? Because you broke a promise. So we have to follow religion in this matter, to respect the time, to respect the promises. This is part of religion too. And people need to know that. In addition, the equal opportunity. Mainly, the majority of people in workplaces, or if there is any chance of work, a job, they will only go through that process of nepotism, favor. If you are part of my family or part of my race or even my, then I'm going to give you that job, which is not right. Which is not right. We're supposed to consider religion in that and to be fair enough. Selecting people based on the qualification, their own abilities and capabilities, talents and skills. Not only because this person is from my tribe or this person is from my... This is not right, really. This is not right. Religion did not allow us in order to do this. A real religious person will not do that. So that is why we have also to think of religion in this matter. Loving a country, or what is called the patriotism. People kind of love to their own country. Usually, people, they want things for themselves, but they don't want to do things for the country. That is why, for years, we have seen corruptions in different places of our regions. Why? Because people, they don't put love country or being good person to do things for your country as a priority and as a part of the important things that religion telling people about to follow. They don't. That is why we have to consider loving a country is also part of religion. In addition, as I said, with this, related to this, is citizenship. Citizenship and brotherhood. a human brotherhood. That is in addition to religion brotherhood. Why? Because also in our own region we have seen, until today we do see, some conflicts, some inner conflicts, a civil war between two tribes, Muslims and non-Muslims. That is why we supposed to consider this matter. We supposed to consider this matter, because in Quran God dignified the human being. He, the Almighty, did not mention that this person, I dignify this person because he is or she is from this tribe or from this race or from this place or even from this religion. He mentioned, I dignified a human being. Generally, it wasn't something specific. And also, he also said, the Almighty, that I created the human being in a very good shape and manner, which means we don't need to underestimate or even have that kind of feeling of inferiority that someone is less than us because he doesn't belong to us, he doesn't look like us, he's not from our tribe, he's not from our race, he's not from our own religious sect, so he does not deserve any respect or to be considered and appreciated as a human being. That is wrong. God did not tell us to do this. So if we were really Muslims or religious people, we supposed to value human beings for who they really are. To value human beings for who they really are. Not only because they look like us, their own skin or our own tribe or even our own place that we came from together. No. God did not say to us to do this. He told us in order to respect each other, regardless of who we really are. That is what we're supposed to think about. In addition, also, we don't need to fight each other because of our own different sect, religious sect. Because we have seen and is still seeing too those sectarian violence. Because I belong to this religious sect and you belong to this religious sect, then I have to kill you and you have to kill me, and I'm against you and you are against me. I have my scholar and you have your scholar. We and you. No. It's all one religion, which is called Islam, for you as a Muslim. So that is why in this matter, if people really want to fight, they have to fight competing in terms of well-being as a good human being, in terms of those ethics and values, the high values, how they will benefit human beings, how they will benefit their own country, how they will benefit the whole universe. That is what people have to think about and to compete about. Not only having intellectual discussion, I'm right, you are wrong, I'm right, you are wrong, as a conception. No. Yes, it's supposed to be kind of discussions, but these discussions, it shouldn't come and even to be beyond the behavior and ethics of the people. We need values. Religion is about values. As someone said, it's not about you putting a Quranic book in your pocket, but it's about having a verse on the way you behave with people. Religion, it's about behavior, it's about ethics. And especially, as I said, those ethics, we need them among ourselves. We need them between us in order to beautify the world, so that we can live a very comfortable life, a life related to the ethics, that those ethics which God clearly said they are meant to be in our life. That is what we're supposed to think about in terms of religion. So in conclusion, I'm going to go very fast again. As I said, religion itself, and even when I'm saying religion, I'm just saying to you, as most of you are Muslims, so you have to think of religion is that experience, that feeling within you as a Muslim in terms of ethics internally, and feeling those values and attributes belongs to God, and God the Almighty wanted us and ordered us through commandment and teaching in order to follow them and use them between us as a human beings. That is what religion is supposed to be. And those attributes and qualities and characteristics are like mercy, love, tolerance, giving, and also giving excuses, okay, and like having big heart, and giving space to people, freedom, so that they can be responsible enough. In addition, not to be doubtful always about people and be suspicious about people. God did not want us to do that. In addition, not to go and look for mistakes of people in order to prove they are wrong. No, we should have a positive point of view, a positive thinking, so that we can see what is good in people and appreciate that and value that. That is what God wanted us to know and to do. So religion is not only about us to know fasting and alms giving, zakah, or even pilgrimage, hajj and umrah, or even about other things that growing your own beard or the way you dress. It's not only about this as materialistic things, but also it's deep down there in our hearts. It's deep in our heart. It's like ethics and behavior that we need to know and follow. We need to know and follow. And as I just mentioned, that it's not important that you will have a Quranic book in your pocket. It is about you having a single verse as a behavior on your daily life. That is what is count. It doesn't count that you have that book in your pocket. No. What is count is the verse, a single verse in this book on your behavior. That is what is count. So religion is about behavior, and this is what we have to think about. Religion is about purifying our own hearts, that we shouldn't have kind of hate, anger, jealousy, greed, selfishness. That is what religion is about, to cleanse our inner self, to have that cleanliness within. To have purity inside. our hearts to be crystal clear. That is what religion is about. If we question ourselves, as I said, how many verse or even hadith, okay, the saying of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, or even a wisdom or any inherited saying, how many do we know and learned by heart? But to which point do we follow those sayings as an act on our daily life? To which point, to which degree those things touch our heart to become a reality on a daily life? That is what we're supposed to think about. It's not about only, as I'm always saying, the quantity. It's about the quality. The quality as an act. People say walk the talk. So are we really walking our talking? That is what we're supposed to think about. And it is not bad that really is that we were taught about praying, about zakat, alms giving, or about the pilgrimage, and even that we were taught to be angry and to be ready to sacrifice for religion and so on. That is not bad at all. But what is bad is that we don't see the other things and the other part of religions in terms of our ethics and behavior. And we do need religion in so many things in our life, as I said, in terms of organizing ourselves and being in lines in public places for the services or even for the transports. We see, we saw how people are really in a chaos in such situations. When I said even some countries, you see them, they stand for lines, longer lines, in order each and everyone will just take the transport in a very comfortable way. That is what we have to think about, and to think about religion in this matter. In addition, the cleanliness of our own streets and markets, and how to protect and preserve our own environment. These also are values from religion. It's not only, as I said, about those acts we do, but it's about the cleanliness, about the cleanliness of our own streets, of our own markets, and how we will protect our own environment, because the pollution of our own environment, it is what is going to kill us. That is why we need also to focus about this and to know religion support this, and it is part of religion, and we're supposed to think it and take it as a priority too. In addition, we need to see the religion to be reflected as a way of reading and hunger for knowledge. Also, that is what we need to think of religion too. In addition, to have commitment to our own work, not to be those people whom they love, to be absent from work and not to do the work perfectly. That is what we're supposed to think of religion. In addition, to be fair enough, the equal opportunity, not only to think of the way that people used to be, nepotism, favoritism, tribalism, sectarianism, that this person belong to my tribe, belong to my sect, belong to my race, belong to my place, so I have to give him this chance. No! Religion is telling us to be fair enough in order to give people what they deserve based on qualifications, skills, talent, and their own capabilities and potentials. That is what we're supposed to do. But people, they don't think this is part of religion too. That is why so many wrong people they're in the right place, and so many right people in the wrong place. That is what we're supposed to think also. It is as a part of religion. In addition, respecting the time and respecting the promises. As I said, really, people now, they have different time. And it is, a favorite to some people. They are calling it the Sudanese time, or even sometimes say Arab time. That you will say 12 o'clock, that means 4 o'clock. 10 o'clock is mean 12 o'clock. 6 o'clock is mean 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock is mean 9 o'clock. So it's mean that you will give a promise for appointment a certain time, but you have to come after 2 or 3 hours later. That is wrong, and it's against religion. Or even you will just promise somebody something, and then you will lie. You will lie. You will not fulfill that appointment. That is wrong. That is going to make you hypocrite, because your time is not accurate. We have to think of this too. And in this part also, I can remember, or I can remind you about those fake promises that we make to the children. We make fake promises to our own children, that if you do this, I'm going to do this to you. People, they will do what they're supposed to do, but the father or a mother will not give them any. The children, they will know you are a liar. You see? So we have to think of this. This is also part of religion. In addition, loving a country, as what people say, patriotism. Patriotism. That you're supposed to love your own country and work for your own country and to be loyal for your own country. And related to this, the citizenship. Okay? That you're supposed to appreciate your brother in a country, your brother in humanity. If we did not say your brother in Islam. You see? So, but really, as people, they don't consider this. That is why we have seen and is still seeing every day those civil wars, those sectarian violence, how people fight each other. You see? Tribally, as a civil war, or even in a violence, sectarian violence. Why? Because they don't accept each other. They don't consider their own human being brotherhood. They don't consider their citizenship brotherhood. They don't consider their own religious brotherhood. You see, that is why they fight. That is why they fight. Where, in fact, they shouldn't have fight. Why? Because God, with His teaching and commandment, He told them and taught them in order to respect each other and to love each other. You see, that is why we have to think of religion in this matter. In addition, is that to think before we act. That is also what religion told us, and we have to think about this. And the most importantly, finally, is that the competition between those congregations or religious sects. Okay? I belong to this sect and you belong to that sect. Okay? So I have my own scholar and you have your own scholar. This is our group and that is your group, and then we fight each other. You are wrong. Am I right? You are wrong. You are right. You are right. No. That is how it goes. And this is waste of time. Waste of time. And waste of the value of life itself. Because the differences that people they have is supposed to take them forward. As a part of democracy and the nature of life itself. Yes, it's okay to have discussions between each other. But it shouldn't be to prove who is wrong and who is right only. but it is to beautify the world. And if really people they want to compete and have, if people they want to compete and have competition between each other, is supposed to be for well-being, for benefiting other human being, for giving a value to life, for giving a value to the whole universe, and to show the good side of life. That is what people they're supposed to compete about, not only about proving that you are wrong and I'm right, and that's no. That doesn't count. What is count is how you behave. How do you affect positively life of people? That is what people have to think about. This is what I have today for you in regard of religion, and how we supposed to think of religion as a way of dealing, as a way of life, not only to make it partial in a certain things that in a certain things that we need to follow, and to forget the other things. That is what I have for you. I'm going to be here for a while, and even to receive your own questions if you have any questions. May God bless you. And we are just about to have Eid al-Fitr, so I will say to you in advance, Happy Eid Mubarak, Happy Eid Mubarak, and may all your days be blissful and grateful. I'm thankful for you for that, for listening to me and following me and interacting with me. May God bless you, and may He, the Almighty, help us all in order to be very good human beings. As a good role model, we always have to maintain our own behavior and follow our own talk in regard of Islam, and be good human beings, and also be good Muslims. Thank you so much for listening. If any questions, I'm there in order to receive your questions, or even if any comments, I'm ready to read your own comment about the topic we had today, until we meet next time. So now the time is yours, 5 minutes. You can just if you have anything you can ask, or even if any comment, I'm there to read. Thank you so much. May God bless you. We will have a few minutes. Okay. More 1 minute. Okay, another 1 minute. Stay there in case if any question. Uh, I'm ready to answer. We had really very nice discussions today, and I do thank really your presence and your unwavering support for me, to listen and share with me, and giving me a time from your time. I do appreciate that really, and may we always stay together, stay connected. I learn from you and you learn from me, and that is how life will go. Hello, my dear Jamal. We had really very nice discussion. I guess you need to go back, or you can go back to the beginning of the live talk, and then you will find more informations about what I said. And in case if you have any comment, no problem, just add it down there, and I will be back and answer you one by one. That is my own duty of sharing simple information that I have with you, dears. We had really very nice time together, as I said, just trying to modify and correct those simple informations, and even to modify our own understandings and our own conceptions about certain things in life, because for a very long period of time people were living in a certain way. Change itself, it will not come unless if we change the way we see things, and from there definitely we can be able in order to take that change forward. So it's our responsibility, and as I said, from time to time I will try my best in order to share simple informations with you, giving you only like kind of or even tools in order, you see, so that you can just find the way that you need to understand things yourself, and at least, as people say, to get out of the box and to think out of the box. You see, it's a very simple, really, for me, that I followed so many people until I reach that point where I can see things differently and I have my own point of view about things. You see, and this is a thing that you only need to focus more mentally, read more, and to check more about topics and materials. So those things, it will just give you really more knowledge and enough information, so select your own path in life and have a very wonderful life. Because what takes people back and always make them live in a life of suffering is that they are just locked in a comfort zone and in a frozen mentality. So we need to use those minds in order to think the same way that now I just shed some light on certain things and certain ideas that are considered on our daily life. And this way, this is our only very simple things related to life. But in general, really, there are so many things that we need to change our own thinking, and even they are not a right thing to think about, but because we were misled by some other people, that is why we are just being in that corner of backwardness. The space is there and the time is there, that we every day we have the chance in order to be better. May God bless you. May God bless you. I do have more 1 minute, and I'm gonna finish the live talk. And in case, as I said, if there is any comment or any additional information that you want to add, it's okay, no problem. I'm ready in order to answer you and to interact with you. Say well, say bless. Yes, more 15 seconds. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate your presence. Stay well, stay blessed until I see you next time, maybe later today at night. Bye bye.